Thanks very much. Death Valley later on tonight, but we start between the hedges. It's ESPN's college football, presented by Xfinity. It is the SEC on ESPN, and it is always a terrific game day scene here in Athens. South Carolina makes their way to Sanford to take on the Bulldogs of Georgia. Well, Will Muschamp's Gamecocks won the toss and deferred their option to the second half, so they will put the Dogs on the field first in his fourth season at South Carolina, and still trying to get this program among the SEC's elite. Tommy to kick it deep. And James Cook will bobble it and take a knee. From long throw, Lawrence Cager pulls it in, and he's got a first down. Now they've got 6 offensive linemen in front of DeAndre Swift. And they'll go play action off of it. From long throw to the sideline, and he connects with Tyler Simmons. Gain of 14, and another Georgia first down.
Kid and Jake Fromm, who leads the country in starts. He has seen everything you want to throw at him. What Georgia likes to do is get empty backfield, and they don't even give Jake Fromm, hey, you've got to throw it here versus man or here versus zone. They give him 5 guys to throw to. He deciphers or eliminates guys before the snap and then goes through his progressions.
Here comes a blitz. Fromm well protected. Now the pocket starts to collapse, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Kingsley Enagbari brought him down. 4th down and about 6. Blankenship hasn't missed this season, including a couple from 50 plus, this one from 50 even. Certainly has the distance, and it's got the accuracy as well. Rodrigo Blankenship stays perfect, and the Dogs strike first. Edwards is the closest to the tackle box, and the trip's to the bottom of your screen, and there he goes in motion. 3rd down and 9. They set the screen up. Coming back to make the catch is Edwards. And he'll get gang tackled at the 31-yard line.
Than a lot of college quarterbacks.
Zamir White changes direction and loses a couple of yards, so it will be a 3rd down after T.J. Brunson gets a tackle for loss. So it was Jake Fromm and Jimbo Fisher are the only 2 guys he's ever been around that knew where everybody was or needed to be. As Fromm is well protected here, over the middle, right through the hands of Eli Wolf, the tight end. Couldn't draw it up any better if you're Georgia. And the tight end dropped a wide open 3rd down conversion. Olinsky over the middle, tipped, and almost intercepted with a flag thrown to the secondary. Richard LeCount off the carom, had a chance at a pick. We'll have to check the marker.
I think they might get J.R. Reed with the little hold on Muse.
Pass interference, defense number 20. The penalty will place the ball at the spot of the foul and includes an automatic first down.
It's a shame we're bringing up J.R. Reed's name for the first time with a penalty call, because we sat with him yesterday as well, and what an impressive guy in terms of being the quarterback of this Georgia defense. He suffered the Liz Frank injury in the opener. Olinsky, high throw, incomplete, broken up. He threw it just a bit behind Kyle Markway.
You guys see Ryan Olinsky wearing number 3, and that's a number that means more to him than probably any of us can even imagine. It's the number worn by his late brother Tyler, the Washington State quarterback who took his own life in January of 2018. For Ryan's senior year, he changed his number from 4 to 3. He also got a tattoo on his right forearm, so every time he snaps the football, he knows that Tyler is with him. His parents are also with him. Kim and Mark moved from Southern California to South Carolina to be closer to Ryan.
Every time Ryan throws a touchdown pass, you see that 3 up to the sky. He's looking for a 3rd down conversion here. And he finds Edwards on a deep crossing route, a big 3rd down conversion as Olinsky took a shot, and Mom and Dad love the intensity.
Impressive part of it is
Nick Muse, and he's got another first down.
I think the most impressive part of it is a lot of people suffer tragedy, right?
That after a 66-yard punt, were pinned inside their own 10-yard line. At the very least, getting across the 50, success on this drive. Play action for Hilinski. He's going to take a deep shot down the sideline. He drops it in perfectly. Bryan Edwards. That's a touchdown for the Gamecocks. 93-yard touchdown drive to give South Carolina the lead.
For the young freshman handling the environment, they move the pocket for him a little bit. They understand that Bryan Edwards is one-on-one in man coverage. You go give the big ball down the field, let him go make the play. Family celebrates together. South Carolina on top.
DeAndre Swift up the middle. Spins for a first down.
Helps when you're 210 pounds and 6'4".
Fromm hesitates and then throws it away.
It's part of the reason why Jake Fromm in this Georgia offense only has 1 sack, right? An RPO where you make the decision, okay, I'm not giving the run. Now it has become pass mode, but the pass isn't there. So many quarterbacks would panic in that moment, or force it in, whatnot. Fromm, just throw it over someone's head, and you'll be fine. To help guys get off press, you're going to see another one at the top of our screen. You're going to see those receivers tighter together right here. See if you can get some in and out type of releases to help man-to-man coverage. Someone has to win.
Fromm, pitch and catch to James Cook. He always seems to know exactly where he wants to go with the football. Play action for Fromm. Long throw to the sideline. The freshman George Pickens has a first down. Picks up 10.5. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. And it will. Georgia on the move. South Carolina with the lead. Really good start between the hedges. Glad you can be with us on a Saturday in the SEC. Second quarter. DeAndre Swift gets outside and is brought down at the 30-yard line. That might be a horse collar tackle on TJ Brunson.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense number 6. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
With a shoulder fake. Sidearms one. Down inside the 5-yard line to Blaylock. It's first and goal.
His legs can't get in.
Another try for Swift. And he's in this time for the Georgia touchdown.
The motion forced Kirby Smart to make that timeout.
Recognized by the Georgia sideline. Hilinski. Sliding attempt on third down and short is on time for Nick Muse. He's got the first down. Hilinski holding that left knee, slow to get up. He took a shot. Limping back into the huddle.
Can't be more impressed with Ryan Hilinski as he takes that shot from Mark Webb, number 23, but the ball got out. You certainly hope he's okay because he's been so impressive to start this game for South Carolina.
He may not be able to defend himself. They may have to call a timeout just to get Hilinski off the field. He's going to hand it off to Dowdle. And Dowdle's going to find some room and get nearly to midfield. He picks up 9, but the question I would have, Dan, from the South Carolina sideline as he tries to run this off, if all of a sudden some big body from Georgia is after Hilinski, will he be able to defend himself?
Well, we're going to find out because I'd imagine Kirby Smart will come after him, right? Respectfully and in between fair play, but try and test the knee.
Dowdle instead. And it looks like he might have the first down.
And this affects her play calling, right? As we see Dakereon Joyner, South Carolina's backup quarterback. This affects your play calling right now if you're Brian McClendon in South Carolina, okay?
Four-man rush. The catch made just shy of the first down by Markway, but he reaches the ball out, and they're going to mark him a half-yard shot. I'm not sure if he was down. This may be a spot they want to review. He's not down. They're going to quarterback sneak it with flags everywhere. We'll have to sort this out.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense number 76. 5-yard penalty. It remains third down.
And that's why tempo sometimes hurts you. Like, there's more that you can gain from not going fast than you can gain from going fast. If you felt, because it's on your sideline too. That play by Markway was on your sideline. Someone had to see and at least get word down. This is really close. We don't have to go super fast. Let us take a look at that. And it ends up hurting South Carolina, which would have been a first down.
South Carolina beat the replay booth. Dominic Blaylock with a fair catch at the 13-yard line, but had an opportunity to take a look at that reach by Markway. It might have been a first down, and Ryan Hilinski is heading into the injury tent to get looked at. That is must-watch television. Those Saturdays in the South are so good. And we are in the South on a college football Saturday. Georgia back to the offense. Zamir White finds a lane, gets tripped up, but he's got a first down. DJ Wanham saved an even bigger play than the 11.5-yard gain, and there is Dakereon Joyner warming up on the South Carolina sideline as they're still taking a look at Ryan Hilinski. Joyner would be the third quarterback of the season for South Carolina. Jake Bentley injured in the opener. Hilinski took over. Joyner started the season as a wide receiver, but had to move back to quarterback to protect Hilinski as the backup. Again, Zamir White. And again, it's a Dog's first down.
Now you talk about changing the line of scrimmage. Just watch the red where the ball snapped, and then the change of that line of scrimmage. First contact's 4 or 5 yards downfield. This Georgia offensive line is maulers.
Fromm with all day. Throws it behind his intended receiver as he tried to find White. Ernest Jones was there in coverage.
I've got to imagine that South Carolina, Will Muschamp are going to line up and play man coverage here. They played soft zone last time. Didn't work. Jake Fromm picked them apart. I expect them to get up into these receivers' faces and play some man coverage. And for Georgia, finding someone in a matchup that you like to win.
Low snap. Fromm up the seam. Trying to scoop it up as Cager. And on the field, they will say that is a clean catch, though Cager comes up hurt.
Nice job by Cager going down, getting those elbows together to make sure that ball never got the opportunity to squirt through.
Picked up 18 yards, but now Lawrence Cager, who has probably been the most consistent wide receiver and biggest downfield threat for Georgia, he's on the sideline. While on the other side, Ryan Hilinski's on the bike, trying to stay warm for the next possession for South Carolina. Fromm, again well protected, takes a shot down the sideline, incomplete. Laying out was the freshman George Pickens. The 2nd and 10. Swing pass to Cook. Rallying as the defense for South Carolina. Sherrod Green got there first. It's a loss of a couple, and now it's third down and a long 12. Georgia's 3 for 5 on third down, but third down and 12. Wide receiver catch to Tyler Simmons. Crowd's not going to like that call, because that set up going forward on 4th down. Aaron Sterling got him down inside the 40-yard line. This may be just out of the range of Blankenship. That might have been a design play knowing you're going for it on 4th down.
I think they're going to get up to the line of scrimmage and try and get, if you can see if you can get South Carolina to jump off sides.
They can't get a first down, even with an offsides call. It's 4th and 6.
So now they don't jump off sides, but you still have plenty of time to figure out, okay, what are you doing defensively? My expectation is you've got man-to-man You find a matchup that you like, maybe at the bottom of your screen.
Gamecocks bring a blitz. Fromm slings one down the sideline, incomplete. Trying to find Demetrius Robertson. South Carolina gets a stop on downs. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. And the South Carolina defense rises up. Just seeing Hilinski off the bike and on the field has got to be a boost to South Carolina.
But is it any surprise that the kid is tough? You know, that he's physically tough?
Play action. Here comes the blitz. Long throw to the sideline, and he squeezes it through. Chavis Dawkins has a first down, and Hilinski gets up and fights through it again. All his family has fought through.
Takes the shot, and that is not normal for any quarterback, let alone a freshman to throw. You take that shot, and that ball was thrown 3 steps before the receiver was ever looking for it. Ryan Hilinski, listen, no longer a freshman, right? He's not playing like one.
Go Dowdle finds a cutback lane in the secondary, and he's got a Gamecocks first down and a gain of 13, brought down by J.R. Reed. Might be 4-down territory. We'll see. Swing pass caught by Shi Smith. 4 yards shy of the first down. Devon Wilson made the stop for the Dogs. It's a long field goal attempt or a go-for-it situation on 4th and 4. And trying to tie the game will be Coach Muschamp as Hilinski limps off. Parker White, 7 of 9 on the season, has only misses this year from 50 and 53. So this would be a new career long, just a shade inside of 50. It's got the distance. It's got the accuracy. How about that? A new career long for Parker White. And we are deadlocked with 3 minutes to go in the half. Play clock at 4. 4-man rush. Fromm slings one into traffic, and a terrific catch made by Lawrence Cager for a first down, a gain of 10. That's Cager one-on-one at the top of your screen. Fromm instead looks to the wide side and finds the freshman George Pickens. But South Carolina has played this defensively like an NFL game, haven't they? Keep it in front of you, no big plays, shorten the game. Georgia using clock here, and it just keeps the game low scoring and you stay in it. Fromm slings one to the sideline, and it's intercepted by Mukuamu. He's down the sideline. Long strides to the pylon for a pick six. Jake Fromm's first pick goes the other way for a touchdown. Kinlaw got the pressure. Mukuamu read the throw to the sideline, and he took it to the house. 53 yards for a Gamecocks touchdown. 17-10 South Carolina.
Watch this game by the defense. They're going to crisscross on this Georgia offensive line. Kinlaw starts inside. He goes out, getting leverage on Isaiah Wilson, and then Fromm moves, and whether he's trying to throw that ball away or not, Mukuamu's 6'4" frame long enough to go make the play, and South Carolina turns the turnover into quick points.
DeAndre Swift, plenty of room, but South Carolina expecting pass, and he blasts up the middle for about 14 yards. That stops the clock with the first down. Still 2 timeouts for the Dogs. Fromm with a shoulder fake. Now he's out of the pocket. Long throw up the seam, and it's dropped. George Pickens couldn't scoop it off the turf top. Check that. DeAndre Swift was trying to haul that one in and just couldn't pick it up. Four-man rush, well protected again. There is the deep shot down the field, and it's well overthrown. J.C. Horn was there in coverage. Crowd looking for a flag, but that looked like very good coverage from the other sophomore corner, Tyler Simmons.
They're trying to get a double move. They want to go out with Simmons and up, but you see J.C. Horn just staying on top, and he's on top of the receiver. Now Simmons is the guy that gives a little shove right there. But if I'm James Coley, I want to just get some easy completions, especially here on 3rd and 10. South Carolina is not going to come up and give you the chances you had earlier in this half. They will play soft, have something going towards the sideline, and out-route a deep comeback that can take advantage of the free access.
Fromm over the middle. That's a first down catch. Cager's got it. Let's see if they call a timeout. But the clock stopped, 25 seconds to go. And now it starts to wind. And now they will call a timeout. Just a little too much time is going to come off the clock there, even with it stopping. And Cager having to shake off, I think, the earlier injury that he suffered on that deep comeback down the left sideline. That's Dan Orlovsky. I'm Bob Wischusen. Allison Williams with us here in Athens as well. An eye-opening first half score. South Carolina's got the lead. One timeout left for Georgia. Four-man rush. Fromm steps up in the pocket. It collapses and down he goes. And I'm almost surprised that Kirby Smart called the timeout. The helmet came off of Jake Fromm, which means he's going to have to come off the field for a play unless a penalty was called, and Georgia did spend a timeout with 20 seconds to go. Now, because Georgia called a timeout there, Fromm is going to be able to stay in the game, but I'm not sure how frisky you want to get with your play calling here, do you? I mean, I would think third down, or rather second down and long, only 20 seconds to go in the half. Do you risk another turnover?
No, I absolutely. You trust your quarterback who's played a ton of snaps. I think that Georgia has the opportunity again. South Carolina's playing so soft. You can throw this ball at about 20 yards on the hashes like a big in, or towards the sideline. Now the big thing you got to do is, again, the communication of, if we do get this first down, what is the operation? Is it a quick spike? Is it we're going to run the field goal unit on at some point? That's got to be part of your thought process here.
There's the throw to the sideline, and that will stop the clock. George Pickens gets them into field goal range.
I think here you come up and stop the clock immediately with the spike, and then you determine what you want to do on second down.
There's the spike. Now they're out of timeouts. 10 seconds to go. Enough time for a quick hitter to the sideline, but if you get tackled in the field of play, the half might end.
And that's why it's on Jake Fromm here of where you throw this football. Okay, so really as a play caller, what you want to do is have a 5-7 yard route that goes towards the sideline, and you tell your quarterback, listen, if it's there, throw it. If it's close, your family catches it in the stands and will kick a field goal with Blankenship.
Well, Blankenship can make from here. And they're inside his acceptable range. There's the throw to the sideline, taking no chances on anything but the clock stopping, and it looks like they're going to run Blankenship out now. His career-long 55 in the Rose Bowl against Oklahoma a couple of years ago. That was a Rose Bowl record as well. And this one from 53. Timeout called by Will Muschamp. Well, this is a guy that made a 55-yarder in the Rose Bowl a couple of years ago. He also made a 51-yarder to give Georgia the lead in the 2017 championship game against Alabama. This is a 53-yarder at the end of a regular season half. And it looks like Will Muschamp's going to allow him to think about it a little bit longer. Crowd loves that.
don't mind the timeout. I don't. I mean, there's no point in keeping them. I understand Blankenship is well, I guess you can call him a generational kicker, right? I mean, he's that good.
He's that good.
Listen, you always force athletes to think about the moment. And I'm sure he's got his routine. You can see him on the field going through his routine like the timeouts never happened. That's what great players do. But it's a good job by Will Muschamp going, okay, there's no point in me keeping these timeouts.
He was a walk-on until Kirby Smart put him on scholarship a couple of years ago before the Notre Dame game. And Kirby asked him, just tell your parents, keep it to yourself. Well, then he made what turned out to be a game-winning field goal. And afterwards, in the locker room with the team around him, said to Blankenship, what do you have to tell your team? Said, I'm on scholarship, guys, and they lost it. So now, with no more timeouts to call from 53. And that's deflected. That had nothing to do with the kicker being iced. That had to do with that defensive front for South Carolina, stopping Georgia before the gun. And it is a 7-point lead for the Gamecocks at halftime.
The big senior Dylan Wonnum just in the middle of your screen. Watch number 8 with the left hand. He gets it up. The timeouts pay off for South Carolina defensively.
What a first half. What will we have in the second half? We'll find out right now. Time to the studio and the halftime report. Welcome back to ESPN's College Football, presented by Xfinity. This is the SEC on ESPN. Just about set for the start of the third quarter. It should be Ryan Hilinski to start the third quarter for South Carolina. An injured knee looked like it might sideline him. Can Jake Fromm respond? There is a lot to digest after the first half. It's a 7-point lead for South Carolina. And the Gamecocks will start with the football.
The difference.
On first down, a seam for Rico Dowdle. A great start to the second half for the South Carolina run game as they pick up 22.
The biggest reason they've been able to stay in this game and contain Georgia's offense is because they've tackled really well and limited explosive plays.
Hot pass knocked down by the corner blitz of Eric Stokes. It'll be third down and 5. And, Will Muschamp can say all he wants that his quarterback is just fine. His quarterback is not just fine. He is absolutely fighting through an injury to that left knee.
Yeah, credit to Ryan Hilinski for the toughness, right? But if I'm Kirby Smart and I'm this defense right now and we need something to get our football team feeling good and I see a quarterback that's hurting, here comes pressure. I'm going to make you move on purpose and see if you can.
Tipped ball up in the air, bounces around and falls incomplete. Georgia with a chance for an interception. They do get the stop on third down. Now they'll roll Swift back in at tailback.
I talked about early in the first half and just coming to the start of the second half, South Carolina playing man-to-man coverage. Look at this matchup right here. See if they get a stack, maybe move Wolf down. See if you can get some rub releases for these receivers.
Fromm well protected, inaccurate on the crossing route, but a flag thrown. George Pickens tried to climb the ladder as Fromm airmailed him. We'll have to check the marker.
Holding against an eligible receiver, number 29 on the defense. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot and includes an automatic first down.
That's the Rice transfer, JT eBay. Play action. Pitch and catch to Robertson. Fights his way for a first down. eBay made the stop.
And so Georgia did a nice job. Their initial third down of this second half, they got into a little bit of a bunch set, motion the guy down, it helps them pick, and you got crossers. You've got to continue to think that way if you're James Coley and their offensive coordinator, that South Carolina's just going to come out and play man coverage.
They rush 4. Fromm out of the pocket, being chased to the sideline. Coming back to make the catch is Robertson, but it's ruled out of bounds. Short of the first down, even if he had held on. Hilinski Screen, Shi Smith, no chance. Slow developing play, and that can't beat the speed of J.R. Reed, Tay Crowder, and the Dogs defense.
And if you're Georgia defensively for Kirby Smart and Dan Lanning, I'm playing soft coverage. I would anticipate South Carolina doing two things. They're going to run the football, or there is going to be some kind of a screen. I'm not going to give you anything easy. Play some zone defense, come up, make the tackle, and take advantage of the field position.
There's the screen. Brian Edwards has it. And Georgia with a flag down, rallies to the ball, but Hilinski is down on his back inside the 5-yard line, and the flag comes out.
Number 19. 15-yard penalty from previous spot. Excuse me. Tacked on the end of the run. First down.
Wow, not only is Hilinski down, Brian Edwards is down as well. Georgia roughs the passer, so South Carolina still has the football when we come back. But look at the two guys they may be without. A very courageous Ryan Hilinski has fought through a knee injury all afternoon, but he had to be helped to the sideline while we were away, and now his mom Kim's going to come down while Dad waits up in the stands to check on him. Here's what happened.
Well, watch Adam Anderson here and then Cedarius Hutchinson. As he pressures, Hutchinson's going to stick his right leg out, and that trips Anderson right there. And that's really what forces what looked to be a dirty play, right? A cheap shot play, but it was not an intentional thing. Certainly doesn't look like it because of that trip.
And on the same play, Edwards went down as well. So now it's DeCarrion Joyner taking over at quarterback. Tavian Feaster will bob and weave his way for about a yard, but this is a player, DeCarrion Joyner, that began the year at quarterback, and because of the injuries not only to Jake Bentley, but that injury now to Ryan Hilinski, Joyner becomes the third quarterback to play crucial snaps this year for South Carolina. He had been in the wide receiver rotation as flags fly. It'll be a false start.
So, like, again, what is Joyner good at? Does it change our offensive philosophy or our plan for the rest of this game? And then for Georgia defensively, what is this kid going to do? Is it more of a run game for him? Obviously, 3rd and 15, you're going to be a safe play call right here for South Carolina, maybe quarterback draw, and Georgia needs to anticipate something like that.
There it is. Tavian Feaster into the secondary. Are you kidding me? He's got a first down. Dan, you called it before the snap. If you're Georgia, watch out for the draw, and right up the gut, he picks up the first down.
Well, now, with DeCarrion Joyner and his athleticism, it becomes much more of a possible play call for South Carolina.
And now only one deep safety on 3rd and 2. There's the slant, incomplete, tipped at the line. And the intended receiver. Eric Stokes was there in coverage. It is hard to pick only 5. Here White brought down right at the line of scrimmage by Rick Sandage. And South Carolina again forces Georgia into a 3rd down.
There had to be some kind of miscommunication by Georgia's offensive line. As we see Ben Cleveland, who is the right guard, coming off. My imagination is I would imagine he should have gotten Sandage there, but this is the story of the game. Georgia has to find a way as coaches to help their players win in man coverage. Motion down, get into some kind of stack, and get some free releases.
Blitz coming. Fromm one-on-one to his true freshman, George Pickens. Fights for the football on McQuamu, and he's got the first down catch.
Really nice job by the freshman Pickens. One of the things I saw on tape was contested drops out of this receiving unit. That is a contested catch by Pickens. Strong hands on the big corner, but here's the thing, again, another really difficult 3rd down conversion. Nothing's easy right now for Georgia offensively.
Play action. Fromm was looking downfield for the deep ball and could not find that open receiver again, which allows the sack. DJ Wonnum and Kobe Smith all over Jake Fromm. Coming into today, Jake Fromm had dropped back 114 times this season and had been sacked once. That's the third sack of the day for South Carolina.
He's getting soft coverage on the outside. You see how soft these corners are. Got some free access throws.
Four-man rush. Swift pays the price. Oh, did he get leveled by T.J. Brunson. And now it's third down and close to 9.
Expect some motion. Motion the receiver all the way across the formation so you can get guys running.
There's Blaylock in motion. Wanham came right up the middle. Flags everywhere. Fromm long throw to the sideline, incomplete. DJ Wanham fought his way through, and it looks like it's holding against Georgia.
Holding on the offense, number 71. Penalty is declined. Fourth down.
South Carolina's going empty backfield. No light. So Georgia still has only 5 defenders in the box. You're outnumbered if you're Georgia defensively right now.
And they can't get lined up. Joyner in trouble. He will scramble. And he'll come up just short of the first down. Tay Crowder got him on the ground. A half-yard shot. If South Carolina holds on, shockwaves all around college football. If Georgia can't pull one out at home, as they trail by 7 as we head towards the fourth quarter. Fromm back to throw. Steps up. Over the middle into double coverage. And he squeezes it through to George Pickens. What a play by the true freshman.
Contested catches, not contested drops. Fromm gives his guy a chance. The freshman goes up and really rips this football away from Ernest Jones. Contested catches.
And now Georgia plays with some tempo. This is Tyler Simmons. Gain of 8.5. And look at the Dogs trying to go quickly to try and get South Carolina on their heels defensively. James Cook gets outside. First down and more. Inside the 20. Flag down back near the line.
Holding on the offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty for spot the foul. Second down.
I don't know about this one. Let's watch 74 right there. Ben Cleveland, it's not at the initial contact, but watch when he gets hands on that linebacker, and then when he tries to separate right there, it's a little bit of a jersey tug.
Isn't a little bit of a jersey tug kind of the definition of holding?
Says a defensive guy.
Yeah.
There's holding on every play like that. I don't think that's holding.
You're a quarterback. You used to take all those guys out for dinner. What might be the final play of the quarter? It's a first down nonetheless for Georgia. They'll move the chains to the 30-yard line to Demetrius Robertson. And we head to the fourth quarter here between the hedges. 7-point lead for South Carolina. Ryan Hilinski knocked out with a knee injury to carry and Joyner at quarterback for South Carolina. Jake Fromm, though, on a march. Plus the center exchange. It's on the deck, and it's a giveaway by Georgia. A muffed center exchange for Jake Fromm's got the other quarterback up with a fist bump on the South Carolina sideline as T.J. Brunson found the loose ball. They want Hilinski to sit back down.
Watch number 55, Trey Hill, the center, move to his right, okay? Jake Fromm has to go with him that way just for a blink. He turns to his left, the center is going opposite that, and that forces the disconnect between hand and football. Hilinski loves it, and obviously a terrible start for Georgia this fourth quarter.
And they're trying to get things straightened out over on the sideline with the center exchange.
And remember, we talked to the coaches yesterday, and they love Trey Hill, but sometimes the snap is not exactly where you want it, and that's a big deal. We saw it there.
Joyner in trouble. Dodges, tackles in the backfield, tucks it under. Lowers his shoulders and gets the first down. Bootleg. Joyner. Long throw. Incomplete. Shi Smith, the intended receiver. And the pressure came from Nolan Smith, the #1 overall recruit, putting pressure. There it is.
Nolan Smith has got a bright future. Big shot right there on Joyner. And I've talked about these 3rd and longs for Georgia so far. Do not put just 5 people up in that box and give the opportunity for the draw or quarterback draw.
Is Joyner, and he'll dirt it. Once again, it's the #1 overall recruit in America, Nolan Smith, all over to carry on Joyner. I don't know if we've seen a South Carolina missed tackle today. They have been so sound, and they force 3rd down and 3. Jake Fromm from a clean pocket, incomplete. Flag thrown from the secondary. Mukuamu on Tyler Simmons.
Pass interference, defense number 24. The penalty will place the ball at the spot of the foul. Includes an automatic first down.
Mukuamu's in good position. But watch at the top, right there at the 30-yard line. There was just a little bit of tug. He pulls Simmons just close to him right there. He's in good position. He's so long. Unnecessary pull at the back of the jersey. You can see the signal from South Carolina defensively. This bunch set that Georgia's in, they're going to zone this off. So now if you're Georgia, you've got to find some zone beaters.
Across his body, Fromm finds Zamir White. Well-designed play and a first down to midfield. What a big 3rd down conversion for Georgia.
It's like, if you're Jake Fromm, this 10-minute stretch is huge for your career and legacy. Like, if you're the best quarterback in the country and you're the best quarterback in the SEC East, you do not allow your football team to lose this game. And 3rd downs are going to be the story for the next 9.5 minutes.
Comes a blitz from outside. Reaching out to try and pick it off is Mukuamu. He's got it! Second interception of the day for Israel Mukuamu. An errant throw from Jake Fromm. Was that just miscommunication on the route he was expecting Matt Landers, the wide receiver, to run?
It's a stop route, and the big thing with the stop route is at the top, if you're Landers, come back down where you came from, your stem. He curled inside. Now there's a lot of contact by Mukuamu as well, but Jake Fromm's throwing that ball, anticipating Landers to come back where he came from. He went inside, ball went out.
He's going to try and throw for it, and he's got it. Over the middle, a first down catch for Shi Smith. So no Ryan Hilinski. Brian Edwards has been able to make his way back in the game.
Nice job by Shi Smith. This shallow ball a little bit low and away, but strong hands to confirm that catch and roll underneath Hilinski. How awesome is it seeing him on the sideline and his energy for this team? Now Georgia's going to play with 3 D linemen. And then watch these 2 guys in the middle. They're going to kind of spy Joyner.
Long throw, incomplete, over the head of Shi Smith. And here comes the punt group for South Carolina. They'll try and let Joseph Charlton see if he can pin Georgia deep.
It's a really nice job by South Carolina's offense, though. They just took about 3 minutes off the clock. Got about, 25, 30 yards of field position, and now they give their weapon of a punter the chance to make Georgia go a long way.
And there's the intentional end-over-end kick. It's going to land inside the 10 and gets stopped by South Carolina at the 3. Can't do it any better on special teams for the Gamecocks. They're going to need some help from the student section maybe to get their offense riled up. The last 7 drives for Georgia. A couple of turnovers, 3 turnovers in fact, mixed in there. And now they start from their own 4. From the end zone, Jake Fromm looking downfield. He's going to take a shot for Pickens. Incomplete.
Georgia offensive line coach Sam Pittman wants his guys to keep their heads up literally and figuratively, telling them when they're running the football they have to defend the double team with their eyes up and reminding them to stay in the moment. He said, who cares what's happened to this point? You have to forget about it and look forward. All we need is 1 score. He said, let's go, guys, and he wants them to go a little bit faster. Too much time in between plays for their liking right now.
Well, they've only got 6:19 left, and with the long field out in front of them, this may be their last opportunity with the football. Draw play. Swift. Close to a first down. About a yard shy. Quickly back to Matt Barry. Well, Matt, we're headed down to the last 5.5 minutes. 3rd and 1 for Georgia. Flags down. South Carolina thinks they were drawn off.
Offside.
They were not.
Defense number 3. High contact. 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
And that gives Georgia a first down. Fromm out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it under and run. That'll stop the clock, at least for the moment, with 5:25 to go as he picks up 7.
Any means necessary right now for Jake Fromm in this offense. To Allison's point, talking about Sam Pittman, it doesn't matter what has happened to this point. You have to find a way to do what's necessary to go and score a touchdown and tie this football game up. If it's running a couple times, do whatever it takes.
A lot of time coming off the clock. Play clock down to 1 at the snap. Fromm up the seam, threw it a little low, but reaching back to make the catch. Another freshman, Dominic Blaylock. Gain of 16.
Good job by Blaylock. And this throw by Fromm is there on purpose. He sees that corner coming over the top. Throw it low and allow your guy to go make a catch.
The sideline, Pickens.
Guys, Georgia is missing one of their bigger-bodied receivers on the outside. Lawrence Cager is out for the game with a rib injury. Keep that in mind on this drive.
Right now, I like working the left side of the field if I'm Georgia. To my right is Mukuamu, who's had a big day. To my left, J.C. Horn, really good corner, but at least I feel like I've got a chance over there. Work the left side of your field.
And that's George Pickens, the freshman. He's out wide to the left. Play action. Fromm looking back to the left. Floats one down the sideline, incomplete. Blaylock had a step. Jamie Robinson, the nickelback, tried to stay with him, and now we've got another injury.
I talked about it last play. If I'm Georgia here, I'm putting the guy that I don't want to throw the football to the bottom of the field, to the right, where Mukuamu is. And I'm going to work to the left side of the field, into the boundary. That's where I've got my best matchup. I've got to give Jake Fromm a guy that if they play zone, you can beat him, and if they play man, you can beat him.
Huge third down here. 4-man rush. Fromm well protected to the sideline. Toe tap. Robertson, first down.
Nice play call. They gave Jake Fromm a zone beater to the right side of the field. A beautiful throw, and Robertson making sure that he secures that catch, getting feet down.
Pickens wide open. One-on-one. Lowers his shoulders. Picks up another first down.
You got to remember now, This field is significantly smaller than it was 30 yards ago. They did a good job that last third down of giving Fromm a man option and a zone option. Listen, I got to imagine that South Carolina, corner's coming over. You see number 1, J.C. Horn running over to the strip side. This is telling Fromm we're in man-to-man coverage, send some motion, find a man beater crossing the field.
Fromm pumps. High throw to the pylon, incomplete. Looking for Wolf. Now it's 4th down. And with 1:59 to go, you have to go for it.
Right now, if you get into this situation and you're Georgia, you go to your best 3rd and 7 call. Understand it's 4th down, but you go to your best 3rd and 7 call. And if you line up and you don't like it, the look for South Carolina defensively, you call a timeout. The play is more important than the timeout.
Down to 5 on the play clock. Down to 2. They get it off. Fromm under pressure, floats one in the back of the end zone. Wolf, the intended receiver. Out comes the flag. He was held just shy of the goal line. Jamie Robinson's going to get called for the penalty. The sideline for South Carolina wants that to be ruled uncatchable.
Holding against an eligible receiver, number 7 of the defense. Automatic first down.
That's the right call. You're going to see Jamie Robinson at the bottom of the screen right there, tug on Eli Wolf. Nice job by Eli Wolf of trying to fight through that contact. And I know Hilinski doesn't like it, but it's uncatchable because of that hold.
With the game on the line, 1st and goal for Georgia. Back of the end zone. Caught. Feet in. Yes! Touchdown! Demetrius Robertson somehow got a foot down in the back of the end zone.
How about the throw by Fromm? Just looks like he got that left foot down, ball over the top. The concentration to make that catch and make sure that left foot got down. They got Robertson on a safety, a beautiful throw by Jake Fromm up over the top, right? Types of throws. Outstanding drive by Georgia, led by their big-time quarterback.
You want to talk about a prove-it drive for a quarterback when everything has gone wrong since basically the end of the first quarter? A 13-play, 96-yard touchdown drive. And now it's on Rodrigo Blankenship, who's working on a record of consecutive made point afters to try and tie it up. Got it. Tied at 17. How about that last drive from a quarterback that you think might be the best in America, Dan?
You called it. It was a show-me drive. Whatever it took. We saw a scramble. No one was open. We saw him make contested throws, push the ball to the sideline. A huge third down zone ball, and then the touchdown. Up over the top. The perfect type of throw in the perfect location. He needed it. He delivered.
As well, Kirby Smart's got all 3 of his timeouts. So if South Carolina gets conservative, he might look to use them. They're not going to get conservative. They're going to throw the ball to the sideline and complete it to Nick Muse. There's some faith into Kerryon Joyner.
Want to make sure they're moving him around, finding matchups.
Joyner down the sideline, trying to drop one in. Chavis Dawkins with a flag out. Working on DJ Daniel.
Pass interference. Defense number 14. 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Let's watch Daniel here. Certainly some contact on Dawkins there. I just don't see pass interference on that.
Dowdle in the flat, bottled up. Lost a couple of yards.
Really think if you're Georgia defensively, you've got to be ultra aware of a designed quarterback run. You know, South Carolina really only needs another 10, 12, 15 yards as a potential field goal, so I don't necessarily want to play some man coverage. I'd like to bring some kind of blitz, but a zone blitz. Bring some pressure and play some zone, have all the eyes on the football.
They need about another 20 yards or so to be comfortably inside Parker White's range. Joyner makes a man miss and gets dragged down from behind at the 43-yard line. Again, that's Nolan Smith, the freshman, making a tackle. Down to a minute 12 to go. Third down and 6. Three-man rush. Nowhere to go with the football for Joyner. He's going to try and run for it. Gets tripped up short. Fourth down and 3 at the 40-yard line. Well, from here, you're looking at about a 57-yard field goal.
Kirby should call a timeout.
It's fourth down and 3. And Georgia will spend a timeout. Now, if you go for this and you don't get it, plenty of time for Georgia to get Blankenship in field goal range. And here comes Parker White. They're going to try it from 58. Clean placement. Will it reach? Doesn't matter. It's wide right. And now Georgia's got a chance with great field position and 2 timeouts. Will Muschamp went for the win. Low percentage, but went for the win. What do you think?
I did not love the kick. I would have left the offense out there, especially with the athlete I had at quarterback. My offense has been decent running the football, and that's a lot to ask for a kicker. Now Georgia offensively, you need about 25 yards to have a shot at it. You've got your 2 timeouts. The whole playbook is open. The whole field is accessed. The one thing I'm not doing, throwing the ball to my right, to the bottom of our scheme at 24.
Brown has all day. It's a check down to Swift, and it's thrown behind him. Rodrigo Blankenship, perfect on the season so far, and he has made pressure kicks in the past.
I've seen this a little bit from Jake Fromm today. Just some missed throws, not out of character for him, and that's a big miss. That's a 12, 15-yard game there. I still think there's the opportunity. South Carolina's walking DJ Wonnum out over number 1 Pickens. Right here, not giving him a free release off the line of scrimmage. But you've got some opportunity to throw the ball down those seams.
Draw play. And finding some room is Swift. Now you might want to call a timeout. And they will. 28 seconds to go. Blankenship's only miss this season was the kick that DJ Wonnum blocked before halftime. If he has gotten the kick past the line of scrimmage this year, it's gone through. Can they set him up? Third down and 2.
There is one-on-one right there, no help.
instead looks right. Now he's going to get out of the pocket and run. Fromm to the sideline, preserves time, and picks up a first down. For the South Carolina 43.
This drive, this fourth quarter for Fromm reminds me a little bit of Patrick Mahomes a couple weeks ago against the Detroit Lions. Not having the greatest game, but when the ball was in his hands at the end, it took whatever it needed to take to get the win. Couple runs by Mahomes have been big. Couple runs by Jake Fromm have been big.
Connection. Tyler Simmons right about at the target line and a timeout call. 13 seconds to go. Georgia now out of timeouts. Now we saw before halftime, they tried to get one quick to the sideline, didn't work, and they had time on the clock for Blankenship. 13 seconds, plenty of time to run a play.
Yep.
Are you taking that chance?
At the top of our screen, and maybe a stop route, maybe a comeback, something that's going to make sure I get past that first down marker.
Fromm, sideline, broken up. 8 seconds to go. Eli Wolf, the intended receiver. They may have to kick it from right here. It is third down, so you can run one more play potentially as long as it's to the sideline.
It's a strategic play, though. What you're doing here, there's no way I'm trying to get a completion. I'm going to tell Jake Fromm, catch this snap, throw it over number 87, Simmons' head to our bench. We waste 3 or 4 seconds, and then we attempt our field goal. We either win the game or go into overtime. There's no way I leave any time.
Play clock down to 3. Down to 2. They get the snap off. Fromm looking sideline, flag down. And that's tipped and out of bounds with 3 seconds on the clock. We'll have to check the penalty marker on the far side of the field. And this could be a huge call.
We're going to get a legal formation. They changed their formation, never got set for a second.
Illegal shift. Offense. Number 1, number 16 moving at the same time and not reset for a full second. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
Watch these guys as they change the formation and they switch. One goes from off, one goes from on. Ball gets snapped. You got to be set for a second right there.
And obviously to Kirby Smart, that knocks them out of field goal range. He's not going to put the field goal group out there, it looks like. It looks like they are now going to just throw one, I guess, into the end zone. And they're not going to get an opportunity with Blankenship to win the game before overtime. Either that, or maybe Fromm just plays for overtime. It would be a 60-yard field goal or so if they tried it. And now Will Muschamp's going to call a timeout. Are you surprised that with Blankenship, no one knows his kicker better than Kirby Smart, but a guy that made a 55-yarder in the Rose Bowl wouldn't be given a chance from 60 yards, where the only way it burns you is if it's blocked and run back?
I mean, I would give Blankenship a shot at this. I don't have a feeling, again, South Carolina has a 6'4" corner out there in Mukwamu, so a jump ball is going to be a huge advantage for him. But you're in this position because you mismanaged third down. I would give Blankenship a shot at this kick.
I think the crowd is chanting Rodrigo. I think the crowd wants to see Blankenship get a shot at it. And they are booing the fact that Blankenship's not going to get a chance to kick it from downtown.
But in Kirby's defense, he might only be a 58-yarder. You know, like, Kirby knows the kicker better than anybody, and he may not have a chance at 60.
What's the harm, though? What's the higher percentage play? Throwing a Hail Mary in the end zone, or letting him try a 50 or a close to 60-yarder? It's moot now. Fromm looking downfield, gets hit as he throws, the ball comes out, and it is ruled, I believe, a fumble. It's picked up by Javon Kinlaw, and he gets bumped out of bounds, and we will go to overtime.
regulation with a score tied at 17.
Kinlaw comes up gimping.
Kinlaw's been so good with his effort. This is Sterling on the back end.
That's not a fumble. His hand was coming forward, but it would have been the last play regardless. So we head to overtime when we come back. South Carolina won the toss and has chosen to take the defensive route. So it will be Georgia football.
Georgia bringing Swift out and Cook in. It's almost like if you're Georgia and you're a play caller, it's like, okay, what have we done well today? What do I feel like I can get to? I love the fact that they're in this bunch set up here, because if South Carolina's going to play some man coverage, that gives you a chance to have runners and picks and people running away from coverage.
Tipped ball, intercepted! It's McQuamu again! They are stunned here in Athens as it goes off the hands of Tyler Simmons, and it's a hat trick for Israel McQuamu.
You'll see the throw from Fromm. It's right where it needs to be. Pops off Simmons' hands. And Tipsley depicts, and we've talked about McQuamu's length. That 6'4" frame comes into play again. The arm length to go secure that ball for the pick, and now South Carolina has a huge opportunity.
From right here, you're only looking at about a 35-yard field goal.
And right now, it's about, as a play caller for South Carolina, where does Parker White like the football? Is he a left hash kicker? Is he a middle of the field kicker or a right hash kicker? So that's the only thing that matters on this play call, is keeping the football where your kicker likes it. Your players need to know it. You need to know it as a play caller.
And they're going to try and put it in between the hash marks. Dowdle comes up a yard short. Here comes Parker White to try and win it for South Carolina. Parker White has not missed this season inside of 50 yards. He's 8 for 8. This one from 33 to try and win it. Right over the upright and no good! We play on! What could possibly happen next? We'll find out when we come back. Parker White's first miss from under 50 yards this season. A crushing blow for Ryan Hilinski and the Gamecocks. A reverse to Brian Edwards as we start overtime number 2. So immediately South Carolina has to put a missed 33-yard field goal behind them, put their offense right back on the field, and continue with overtime.
They come out with a little bit of a gadget play against this Georgia defense. Right, a reverse to Brian Edwards gets them in a really good second down situation. And the challenge for Georgia right now is, how risky do you want to get? How much are you willing to expose your back end on number 89, Brian Edwards, but commit to stopping that run?
Joyner out of the pocket. Stays on his feet. Hit out of bounds as well. Very close to the first down. Dowdle hit behind the line. Second effort. Did he get there? It looks like he's short. Now here's a snap decision you have to make if you're Will Muschamp. Your kicker just missed. It's 4th down and a foot. Would you go for it?
I wouldn't. I would kick the field goal here.
He's going for it. He's out of timeout, so they have to make a decision quickly or risk a delay of game. Already down to 13 on the play clock. They're still looking over to the sideline. They can't get a play call in. 7 to go. They have to get lined up.
Take the delay and kick the field goal.
Oh, they're going to get bailed out. Kirby Smart called a timeout on defense. Very interesting. And now they will have a chance to go over and talk things over. Well, is it a hard count again? Because they're leaving their offense on the field. Parker White's still over on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing a hard count here, no. If I'm putting my offense out on the field, it's because I want to go get a first down. I'm not going to get tricky here and hurt myself. I've got 6, 7 big bodies on the field. I've talked about the pin and pull. You just tried to run at Georgia and it didn't work. Utilize Dakereon Joyner's athleticism.
They'll give it to Dowdle. He's got the first down. Spins inside the 10. Down to about the 8-yard line. First and goal.
And they went to the pin and pull, the right side of the offensive line. Collapsed Georgia's. They pulled the 2 guys around, created a huge hole, and Dowdle followed it. And Joyner is going to be a better athlete with more speed than the guy that is playing in between handoff and quarterback responsibilities. It's there if South Carolina sees it and wants it.
Flag's down. Feaster is down. Shy of the 6-yard line. Brought down by J.R. Reed. And that flag thrown at the line of scrimmage, right at the snap.
Offside. Defense number 76. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat the down. Second down.
Yeah, I don't think Michael Carter jumped off sides. He was lined up off sides. See how the flag came out super early from that official? He was already lined up in that neutral zone. Easy call for the official.
So that will put the ball at the 3-yard line and give the Gamecocks the down back. Second down and goal at the 3.
One-on-one up here with your big-time SEC receiver.
They run the option. Dowdle turns the corner. Can't get to the pylon. Azeez Ojulari drove him out. It'll be third down and goal. They'll mark it at the 2.
I think if you're Georgia defensively, I've said this a lot, I'm not giving Brian Edwards a chance to catch this football one-on-one. I'm going to give him some help. I'll play man-to-man everybody else across the board. And if you're South Carolina, I want to see you get Dakereon Joyner on the edge.
Dowdle blown up in the backfield. Tyler Clark rifles through. And now they have no choice but to try the field goal.
Watch Clark right here. Watch how he gets skinny on the snap of the ball. Dip the shoulder, get skinny, beat the guard off the snap. What a huge play. What a huge series of plays for Tyler Clark.
And now another short-range try for Parker White. And this one's down the middle. So now Georgia can win the game with a touchdown. They get their opportunity in overtime number 2. It's hard to get skinny if you're 3 Bills. He just found a way.
Watch him just get skinny. 300-pound senior, beat the guard off the snap. And he almost takes the handoff. He was the guy who made the stop on the 3rd down before South Carolina went for it on 4th down. You know what that tells me? He knew the snap. He's like, okay, I know the snap. I've got their cadence, whatever their rhythm is, and I can time this. And sometimes you got to bet on yourself, right? Tape study, your experience, bet on yourself. And that told me Tyler Clark knew it. All right, Jake Fromm.
It's right there for Georgia. A touchdown wins it. DeAndre Swift hit at the line again by T.J. Brunson. The first player that Will Muschamp signed when he got the job at South Carolina makes another play for him.
Yeah, Brunson's speed actually allows him to make that play. He kind of backdoor Trey Hill. He saw front side, okay, my defensive line's got it. I can kind of use my athleticism, anticipate the cutback by Swift, and he's right there for the tackle. I like the stack split out of Georgia at the bottom of the screen.
Bootleg for Fromm. Middle screen bobbled, and it falls incomplete. Charlie Warner had it, and if that one stays in the air, South Carolina could have won the game with a takeaway. Now it's 3rd down and 10.
Georgia offensively. South Carolina's kind of playing in between here. Are we going to give you zone or are we going to give you man? You've got to give Jake Fromm. One side of the field, this is your zone beater. One side of the field, this is your man beater. They've got man-to-man across the board. You have to find your matchup.
Blitz coming. Fromm's going to take a shot towards the end zone. Incomplete. Demetrius Robertson got turned around. Crowd looking for a call. Jamie Robinson was there in coverage. So here comes Blankenship.
It's good coverage by Robinson. There's no PI there. You'd like a little bit firmer ball by Jake Fromm, but if Robertson just adjusted a little bit better, that's a touchdown on the front pylon.
So now Rodrigo Blankenship from 42 to try and extend the game. He pulled it! Unbelievable! South Carolina wins! An historic win for South Carolina. Their first against a top 5 team, as you can see, in quite a while. It means something to him. How about the end of this one, Dan?
This is a team that came in here with a mission, right? And they wanted to get physical with Georgia. They wanted to play their style, put the game on their terms. Ryan Hilinski battled and played so well early on, but they did it shorthanded. And it's a little bit emblematic of their coach, right? Tough, confident, not scared, won't back down. And they came in to Sanford Stadium, and today we're the better football team.
Heartbreak for the Dogs. A celebration for the Gamecocks. And maybe the most unlikely finish that we could have imagined. And it's Rodrigo Blankenship, who has been Mr. Icewater in his Georgia career, missing one from well inside what is normally his comfortable range.
But we can both agree, and hopefully everyone watching at home, South Carolina deserved to win the football game, right? They gave, in many ways, Georgia chances, and they never capitalized on them. And the team that played better, and I would argue played harder and did the little things better, won the football game today.
Isn't that the coach that said it doesn't mean much to him, just means a lot to his kids? I think it means plenty to him. And there's the hero, Israel Mukuamu. 3 interceptions, including a pick 6. And South Carolina heads home a winner. For Allison Williams and Dan Orlovsky, I'm Bob Wischusen. Hopefully the rest of the day is just as exciting. So long from Athens. Time to go back to the studio. College Football Scoreboard.